So, like the title says, this again, and like the Twitter notification said, happy thoughts for the day. So we're going to go ahead and listen in on the table as soon as the blow dryer that is my console quiets down. Waiting. Let me check something in the background here. Closing applications. I got YouTube in the background. Sorry, guys. Alright, we'll close that up for a little bit. Alright, we are back. Yes. Let's do a little table dancing for y'all. Yeah. So, a few videos ago, I made a mention that I came to the realization of what Bungie's Destiny 2 truly is. And I say Bungie's Destiny 2 because up until a year ago, it was actually Activision's Bungie Destiny 2. But Bungie, since, as everybody knows, has split away and done their own thing. Ooh, this is interesting. Flashing lights. As an old D1 player, I am predisposed to investigate all flashing lights because they could be a ruse. It could be a clue. I found a ruse, Maggie. Alright, well, the hair dryer that is my PlayStation is not going to stop, so we're going to go ahead and do this one.
You're needed back on Nessus, Guardian. As if their tank wasn't enough, now we have Scions tunneling into Vex territory.
Oh, nice.
According to Crow, their leader is Ixal the Far-Reaching. She's looking for something that will secure her a seat on the War Council. Something that will impress, like Vex prediction engines. Whatever Ixal digs up could give Keitel the winning edge. Or worse, simply unleash destruction on us all. Either outcome is to be avoided at all costs. Ensure they never try this again.
Okay, so we have a new battleground opened up, which sounds exciting. And we're going to look at, see, Vanguard Scouts report a detachment of Scions led by one Ixal. Okay, I'm sorry, but that sounds somewhere between a Metabot and a Pokemon. Ixal. Okay. The Far-Reaching. Oh, wow. Actually, you know what? This could be the new name of my my next Kill Team Tau commander, Ixal the Far-Reaching. But I think we're going to actually go ahead and call it Lexel the Far-Reaching, you know, because that make it like a palindrome. It goes backwards. It's L-E-X-L, like Lexi. Lexi! Lexi the Far-Reaching. I wonder if that has something to do with... Okay, never mind. Anyway, has moved deep into the Vex territory on Nessus. Lord Saladin explains that Osiris is an expert here, but he has spoken enough about Vex temporal capabilities for Saladin to know that this cannot end well. The Iron Lord wants you to find out what the enemy is up to. We have a quest! Quest! Complete the battleground, Oracle on Nessus. Get an Umbral Engram. Oh my. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Successful complete a battleground. Easy. Do bows. Do grenades. Okay. And make sure they're solar. And I have since stopped purchasing any of the repeatable bounties in any of the vendors. Because reasons. You know? Reasons. Oh hey. Font of Might. Picking up an elemental well that matches your subclass energy type grants a temporary bonus to weapon damage of that same. Blast a person. Wait. So if I blast a person with a solar super, having a solar weapon will allow me to get buff to my solar damage. That's a good mod. I like that. That is a good mod. Suddenly not feeling so bad that Warmind cells will be disappearing in a few seasons, but it looks like they keep bringing back Warmind weapons. So, I don't know. I kind of figured that with sunsetting there would be some exceptions and everything, but, you know, it's good to see that this is improving and increasing. Finally have a reason to spend my 2,000 plus mod components. Oh, I maybe have 2,000 plus. I don't think so. Weapons takedowns. Weapons takedowns with a damage type that matches your subclass element have an escalating chance to spawn an elemental well. Now that is far more useful to me as a hunter than the super one, because I don't really clear or kill much with my supers. Um, Anything in the post box? We're not. We always check just because. All right, yeah. And let's see. Yeah, see, I only got about 1,000. No, that's 18. Yeah, I got about 2,000 plus mod components. It's gonna take a minute to delete all those. Now, here's what. I'm not. Sorry for the background chatter. Um, Somebody here in the helm has got an opinion that I was kind of stated. So since I'm playing Stasis, the only elemental that we have right now that's available to us is the grenade launcher, which let's go ahead. Chosen mods. Da, 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 da. Let's go to collections and let's go to exotics. Why does it say I have a kinetic? Oh, that's right, because I picked that thing up. Okay, go to power weapons. And yeah, Salvation's Grip is the only um, stasis weapon that we have right now. So I imagine lots of people are going to probably be running around with their subclass, light subclasses instead of this stasis one. But I don't know. We may see more. We may see more salvations on the battlegrounds. It would be interesting to see that. We're going to head now to the tower. Oh yeah, thought for the day. Thought for the day involves the quest. Is actually how I'm taking this. Um, so we go over here. So thought for the day is if your adversary is presenting strong, you shall meet with strength. So we're going to try to do that. We're going to try to meet that enemy with strength. Oh, look, I got a fancy engram. Let's go figure out what's in there. What's inside? What is in store for us? Oh, okay. That's kind of weak. I think I already own this one too. Sorry, I need the shots. Oh yeah, that's right. I was talking about a few videos ago. I had mentioned that I'd come to a revelation about what Bungie's Destiny really is. It's an app game. Well, pretty much all games are apps. All things are referred to as apps. But no, this is like the ones that you pick up on your phone and you play. Um, because app games want you to sign in every day. They want you to have a routine. What Bungie has openly called a ritual, even when they were still part of Activision. And they want you to have daily logins, and they give you rewards for daily logins. Now, Elder Scrolls Online is an MMORPG, and most MMORPGs do have a daily login reward as well. Destiny is not an MMORPG. I don't give a fuck what Luke Smith wants to say. He's sniffing his own farts when he talks about his days at Blizzard and his love for World of Warcraft and all that. I'm kind of glad, and hopefully that it is actually not just rumor, that it is stated fact that he is getting out of the um, Homestead Bungie group and going off to spearhead the Holland division. Maybe that's part of turning Destiny into an actual MMORPG where we have better character control over our styles. Where we might even have actual open chat available here. People can actually listen to me rambling on at the tower about things in Destiny. Um, we can actually have live team making, matchmaking, where I can go ahead and there actually will be an interaction wheel where if I can get someone to stop moving around because Guardians don't know how to stand still for fucking ever. Because it says
Do you have a report
this
from the
one
front?
here, and I can then have to. There's so many things. I can invite this person to my fire team, but you know, it's still kind of clumsy. If I had an open chat where I could say, join me for whatever activity I'm listing, and then we launch, that would be so much faster. First of all, I don't have to waste my time going through a roster, writing out the same message. Even if I copy paste it, I don't have to go through this entire roster. I could just put it in the chat right here at this tower. Anybody interested in doing Battlegrounds, load up, let's go. And it's super easy peasy.
Are you ready?
I'm ready to clown around. Oh, say upon Osiris's request, I've cleared you for more outings. He seems to think there are additional foundry relics aboard the derelict that could enhance your rifles. Avala rests his chin on his knuckles, more concerned with these experiments was conducting. Kalis, excuse me. If they were able to coax a response from the darkness, gather all the intel you can. And if you recover something useful, all the better. Complete the exotic quest presage on master difficulty to discover a dark forged trigger. Really? Kind of not. Uh, that's a whole lot of Kool-Aid for me to have to drink. Um, in order to really feel like I want to do a master difficulty anything in this game. Sorry. I like heroics. Don't get me wrong. I think heroics are fun. I do think that legendary is okay, but master difficulties are just kind of like, yeah. I'd rather you know break granite with my knuckles if I had the choice. Honestly, defeat enemies in any strike. Get solar kills in a strike. Get arc kills in a strike. It's all about strikes. The Nightfall, the ordeal. Fortunately, all this counts in the Nightfall ordeal, which means that we will probably be heading off to do that. Well, my opponent, who is the Vanguard, has presented strength to me, and shall I rise to that strength? Shall I rise to that challenge? I don't know. I don't really feel like it. But yeah, I think Destiny basically has turned into an app game, and everything that runs with it is everything about it is just very, very app field. I've been playing Raid Shadow Legends for a while, and I actually do enjoy it. Yes, it does have some AFK playability in it, and I am on a free-to-play account. I'm doing strictly free-to-play. I am not going to pay a single penny into into this account, this profile. I may start a second account after I've mucked my way through this free-to-play version and learned all the bad things to do. I may do a pay account where I will then allocate maybe $10 a month to it, something light, nothing nothing whale levels or anything like that. I just don't want to be ridiculous. Um, but let's go ahead and let's take a look at what the master difficulty entails. What will that be? Oh, yeah, quick reminder, you are speaking to somebody who's on a restriction, so yay, I don't get to play Iron Banner this week. Goodbye Pinnacles. I really care about power levels, honestly. That's the reason why I don't do Master Wars, because it kind of goes against my whole aesthetic. It goes against my theme that Behemoth is a new battleground. Okay, that's not. Oh no, is Oracle? I don't know. Whatever. Doesn't matter. Let's go to Nessus. We are on Nessus, right? No. Wait. Where's the Doohickey mission supposed to be around here? Where is that mission? Presage or Presage, however you say it. It sounds British.
That can't be true.
All right, so subtract that shit.
Wait. Yeah, looks like there was a rat in there.
Maybe they moved it to the Vanguard Strikes. Oh, no, 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 here. Oh, that's right, it's at the Tangled Sword. Stupid. That'll give you, let you know just how little fucks I give for anything that involves this scout rifle. Okay, so there is, oh, Master's not that hard. It's only 1320. It's 20 levels higher than I am. It's got all the champion mods. It's equipment locked. It's match game. And it's chaff, which is radar disabled. And I think I need to bring a fire team for this. I'm pretty sure there's... Yeah, I have to bring a fire team for all of it, actually. Because this is basically a dungeon, when you really think about it. It's a dungeon with a guaranteed exotic at the end. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe I will with my clanmates. I don't know. It's kind of like, whatever. Not really something I want to, grind on for right now. And it's... the crunch factor is a little bit on the slideways for me. So yeah, so if you come at Destiny like a like a
All data has a lineage, no matter how
app
ancient
game.
or corrupted.
This contains
All
barrier, unstoppable, and overload champions, which cannot be stopped without an anti-barrier, unstoppable, or overload mod, respectively. Flying units do increased damage. When defeated, scions spawn void grenades at their feet. Pooh. That's okay. Nightfall weapon uncommon. What is the Nightfall weapon? I think that's Shadow Price. Could be. Let's find out. Let's go see what's going on. Alright, so I have Barrier and Unstoppable, but I don't think I have Overload mods anywhere. I don't think I have anything for Overload. So, Scouts and Cannons. And we're going to be fighting Cabal, so we'll do that. We're not going to far around with that mod. Let's take a look at here and see what we've got for Overload. I could do Overload Swords. Disrupting Blade. That is going to be a problem because I don't think I can put an Overload mod on anything but an arm piece. And you can only have 2 slots. Which means that I have to hope that somebody will bring an appropriate mod. Well, I can't even put that on there. Yeah, I could right here. Well, I could put it on the SMG. You know, these guys are pretty. Yeah, I'm gonna do an SMG on my kinetic, because the hand cannon one I could probably get by. Oh, there it is. Thank you very much. All right, so if I go to solar. Oh wait, what's the burn? Is there an elemental burn? No, there's no elemental burn on Nightfalls. Nightfalls are Nightfalls. All right, so if I go to solar, then hello. Oh, cool, Prison of Elders.
Hey, it's the Chosen One and his
It
ghost.
is the Chosen One.
Still trying to save the universe.
Just the reef. Escaped prisoners are destabilizing the region.
Nope, nothing there.
Well, don't let me stop you. You'll want to kill the Warden Servitor. Things gone wackadoo.
Yeah, I think I'm kind of boned here. Solar melee abilities. Oh, it's a class item mod. Perfect. Alright, so then I can pair that up on this. And I will be there
Prison
momentarily,
of
my
Elders
friends.
welcomes you. Impress
Press
your warden.
Yes. You can tell I've played this one way too many times.
Is that Varix?
No.
Hell no. Varix left his pet servitor behind, and the thing went nuts. Thinks it is him. It's running the whole prison through some kind of combat drills.
Alright, there we go. So my throwing knives... Well, I don't know what Bungie fixed in the background, but I'm still having a problem maintaining sprint with my character. And there's attention contacting Destiny servers. This may determine whether I continue playing or not. Oh, no, I won't. I'm not going to be a detriment to the fire team. We're gonna bail this match out. I'm sorry, guys. I would rather take a suspension for quitting activities than to play on a lag-ass fucking console right now. Basically, I just found out that, no, the thought for the day isn't when your enemy shows strong, you meet with strength. No, when your enemy shows strong, you present weakness, and then let them throw their own weight right over your shoulders. So, let's go ahead and see if I can load to another activity that probably has a better lobby. The thing is about, this game and the fact that it runs all over the world is that you don't have any geo-filtering in this game. So it's like the likelihood of you actually playing with somebody who's on the same server as you is pretty low. Chances are I'm playing on a New York server. I was paired up with a UK server even maybe. There's some Southern California ones that are more closer to me. San Jose, LA, but I've heard that those have been having some problems. The network talks. So yeah, that's all about the peer-to-peer networking feature, and I think that having peer-to-peer without geo-filtering is a huge. It's really begging the problem. It is actually creating a division in the strata of gamers who participate in Destiny, such as that. Unless you're paying $60, $70 or more a month for this, platinum tier, iridium tier, internet service, that your IP guys are probably going to be, tanking you anyway because I don't know, market regions, market margins, and stuff like that. You're not going to really get you're not going to get the 120, meg download that you were paying for or whatever it is. Um, Bungie's Destiny can run on an 8 and 3 kind of balance. Fuck a do. I don't know what this
Escaped
means.
inmates are
My
going
son
to
says it
town
means
on
that I
leave.
can join his fire
We're gonna
team.
deal with it at the source.
Then you'll want to take out the Warden's servitor. It's going
Yeah,
haywire.
maybe it does. I don't know. Maybe this is who I'm connected to, the peer-to-peer network. Alright, let's check the sprint. No, see, the sprint's still dicking out.
Prison
So,
of Elders.
I'm sorry, I can't
welcomes
do it.
you.
I won't do a Nightfall. I won't do
Impress
activities
your
like this
warden,
without
Wes.
having a decent connection. Let's go try a patrol zone and see what the connection does in that. Because I might have to go ahead and reset a bunch of shit. I don't really want to fucking do that crap. What do we got here? I don't even know what the... Is there even any flashpoints anymore? I don't think there's flashpoints anymore. Are there? Yeah, there's no more weekly... there's no more weekly gunsmith bounties. It's all up to this. Let's check out the challenges to see what those are. Week 2. No, week 3. So I already did these 2 challenges. Apparently just fell on top of them. I can't do any Gambit. That's going to be sad. And I can't do any Iron Banner. That's going to be sad. I could do strike playlists. Let's see. Precision blows on Nessus. That's kind of cool. Report to the helm and complete the Challengers Proving 3 quest. That's going to be specifically for the War Table reputation. And that's War Table reputation. Smash Tribute Chest. Okay, so Challengers Proving. Let's do the Challengers Proving and see if we can do that. It's a patrol zone, so we'll do the Oracle. That's going to be on Nessus. My son's making himself breakfast and, well, lunch. And it's actually smelling pretty good. Is that bacon? Cool. Sounds like a great idea. I think I might do that after I try this one battleground thing. Alright, we should have a roster right now. No, it's just slightly bit better. I don't know. That looks like he's leaving the activities. Huh. We'll see what it looks like when I land. If it's trash when I land, I'm just going to sign off and maybe pick up the game later tonight. I got many other things I need to do anyway. So yeah, if you come at Bungie's Destiny 2 as an app-based game and realize that while it's not pay to win, but it just, play the game to have fun, because when you think about what is the end game for this character, I mean, the concept of an end game in games like Destiny is so abstract. They have things that are labeled as so-called end game content, where you reach the seasonal pinnacle levels. Oh, do we dive
Cabal
into this?
Scions have already cracked their outer security layer. The Vex network is compromised, so move fast.
Imperial reinforcements have arrived. They know we're coming. Show them the futility of foresight.
Yeah. Should be a battleground like all others. We're looking for the interrupting cow. Alright, weapons check. Doing alright so far. In spite of a middling connection, we are actually pretty good. I've gone to disciplining myself to reload when I lose LOS with the target or when it dies. Simply because I noticed that a lot of times I do get caught with my reload out, with my magazine out of rounds, and that's not a good thing to have happen. When we get those tags or not, guys? I really don't want to leave. Okay, I guess they're mine. Come on, get fucking. The sprinting is just terrible. I'm not precisely sure why that's happening, but I've noticed it happens from time to time in this game. The last time it was this bad was about 2 summers ago. It got so damn tedious that, yeah, I couldn't do any raids, I couldn't do any Master Nightfalls. Not Grandmaster, but you know, heroic Nightfalls and stuff. And it was like really challenging. It just became frustrating, and I just didn't want to do it. And I'm getting to that point again.
Not far now. The Cabal underestimate us at every turn.
They would be wise not to underestimate the Vex either. But I think we all know that wisdom is not a valued trait among the Cabal.
An ironic observation.
He is the big bad. Oh, she's going to have some shielding. What do we do with this one? You know, I should masterwork this rocket. I really like it. Yeah, immune. That's going to be something. And immune also. Okay, so we got to find out how to break the immunities. Let's see. Is it something to do with time gating? Got to be an ad that comes out with some kind of a key that allows us to break their shields, or drops a relic that we throw at them to smash it down. Let's see, maybe this is disruption. No. I think they're just immune. That's all there's going to be to it. Whoopsie. Oh yeah, we got to we got to kill the Vex. Okay, so that's all we got to do. Man. Destroy the wyverns, and they're one at a time. Oh no, there's the guy. That's an emerald. Need that. Maybe we gotta bring them together. Like the knights that we used to have to fight with in those Seraph Towers. Uh-huh. Nope. Or maybe they're just for this big bad. Looks like we got him. That must have been the big bad we had to kill. Okay. I should have been watching. Spam. That's what Vex is. Junk in a can. Don't make me call the Exorcist, dude. You guys saw that, right? He like deliberately ran right at me. All that fucking space and still needed to come right at me. I don't understand what that lunging shit is. In rabbit behavior, it's just, it's either a sign that they like you or it's a sign that they're resisting your interpreted challenge of their personal space. And I'm like, yeah, okay. So I'm gonna go with the first one. Maybe he likes me. Oh, this looks familiar.
Their back is against the wall. There is nowhere left to run, and the pack closes in. This commander aspired to greatness, and now they will be reduced to little more than a memory. Finish this.
Go in strong. That was the thought for the day, wasn't it? Let's take a look. I've pretty much recognized this arena. We've been in here many times before. Let's take a look. Let's see if there's anything, any kind of hiding holes we have to be aware of. There's some stuff there. Oh. Oh, that is bad. Okay, so she's got some AoE shit going down. So she will Zappadoo you. if you try to dig in. Now she's immune, which means that we have one of these dudes. Oh, cool. This boss actually does defend this. Okay. Nice. Small delay on the cluster bomb. It's alright, we can deal with that. Oops. Shot that. This time, there we go. Hip fire for always the win. Yep. Taking a little bit of heat. We're doing alright. Oopsie. Oh, I just flew right into that, didn't I? A little side tack. A lot of guys talk about builds and weapon loads and rolls to get on guns and stuff like that. Not many people actually talk about how to play the game. And I'm not saying like actually play Destiny. I'm talking like play the mechanics of the game. Play the engine of the game. This, I don't know what the name of the engine is. I think it's an Unreal Engine. It's like a 1990s engine with very little updates to it. It's pretty robust, don't get me wrong. It is actually far more stable than a bunch of others. It's probably not the best for a peer-to-peer architecture, but I'll have to dig out the docs to find all that. But this engine, what it does is that it has a kind of an anticipation algorithm to it. So say for instance I'm running towards this ball of, well, this power, orb of power, or whatever it's called now, ball of light. So the game understands that I'm going to try to engage targets that show up on my radar. So it's already trying to anticipate where my character's running and where the bullets. See, look, I'm trying to do that sprint right now, and it's not sprinting. I don't know what's going on. I wonder if it has something to do with the engine, because it's not. Well, no, because I play Unreal Engine and Conan Exiles also, and I don't have any problem sprinting in there. It's the same button feature, L3. But anyway, so oh yeah. And I mean, that game I can play with a really crappy internet connection and still not have any problems. I don't know what the difference is between Bungie and Funcom's architecture, but it seems apparent that it is probably based. I mean, I'm going to hypothesize that it's based on the peer-to-peer problems. Die, all of you! Yay! Good. That's always a good thing. Woo. Oh, I have an enemy behind me. This is why I like scatter grenades. So yeah, see how the enemies are starting to converge on me? It's because I haven't taken enough damage in the last 30 seconds or so. The game will actively hunt the strongest player. It will actively have targets placed on the most active player, on the player that's showing that they're taking the least amount of damage. It's what they code into the game. So what's good to do is go ahead and let yourself take about 20-30% of your damage. If you feel like you're getting too much heat, go ahead and take that risk, that gambit, and you'll be surprised. Just watch what happens, and you might see that you have just maybe a slightly faster reload. It might not be because of the mods or perks.
What they will do next.
Yeah, it's exactly what Saladin is talking about. So watch the patterns of the enemies. Enemies have typical lurk, or they have a lurking mode, and then they have an active mode, and they have a defense mode. In the lurking mode, they're just kind of wandering around. You notice that they're kind of AFK, kind of looking like. Most patrol zone enemies are always in lurking mode until you shoot at them or get within their contact range. Then they either go defense or active, or offense. But anyway, like I said, when you're moving around, that's why you see some players that'll do this, that weird bob and weave kind of motion. They're juking back and forth, because what they're doing is they're trying to confuse the engine to disallow the AI to target them. And it's something that is just kind of intuitive in most FPS games or online competitive games like Apex Legends or Nightfalls or Overwatch. Um, so it comes second nature to a lot of players. They don't really they figured it out that weaving, ducking, and diving actually is effective in the game. And on certain engines, it is very effective, and on the Unreal Engine, it is super effective. Um, and Conan Exiles, I know that if I strafe for a little bit, it can confuse the AI of the enemy enough that it gives me time to sprint away. However, unfortunately, with Destiny recently, strafing a little bit like that is not enough to confuse this enemy because I can't sprint away. My character keeps dropping out of sprint. Bungie, fix it. This is a recent thing, and it's been since the last updates. And I have a problem. I have a feeling that this is that so-called thread you guys talk about that gets pulled from time to time. When a new bug gets fixed, a new one shows up, or 3 more show up, or whatever your analogy was. Okay. Now, each week, smashing a tribute chest rewards a random seasonal of the chosen focused on Engram. That's actually good. However, down here, we want to take a look at. I want to expand my amount of gold. Always, since gold is the thing that sets up the hammer, and the hammer is the thing that gets you the loot, and you're playing for loot because this is a looter shooter. Probably want to do that. Increase the number of charges on the hammer. Don't really need to worry about that. I make enough runs back to the helm. Gain a chance to earn additional random season of the chosen gear when you smash tribute chests. Okay, now this seems to partner with this pretty well. Increase the chance to earn random season of the chosen gear from Red Legion chests in Battlegrounds. Okay. That'll be the main chest. Ah. This is good, because that's like you spend a little extra gold when you focus your hammer, but then you can drop some legendary shards in here and get this. So I don't know what the economy is, this versus focusing at the decoder. I mean, eventually you want to upgrade everything on tier 3, so I can't get to any of this until I get to requires tribute chest 2 to upgrade. See, I got that right there. But it's also time gated, so you can't get to tier 3 until you've got all of that done. Well, let's take a look. What's worth it to me? Not much, really. I play the game just to have fun. When I got other things to do, there's other things I want to do. I gotta get more Cabal Gold. That's done through strikes. Tier 3 Umbral Engrams. Can I focus a tier 3 Umbral Engram? I haven't touched any of my oh, I gotta get all that done. Oh, look at that. Use a hammer charge, huh? Hammer time. Boom, 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 boom. Gotta get some hammer charges on here. Didn't get it. Yeah, see, it gives you take a little bit extra gold. You get a pierced with Challenger medallion. Okay, so I guess we're back into doing strikes. But anyway, so key points, takeaways from this video. Yeah, there's lots of different ways to play Destiny. There's lots of different ways to enjoy it. There's really no end game. If every season they reset the power level, basically, by giving you a new power level to reach, that's not end game. End game really is the thing you do after you reach maximum levels. The pinnacle content that is going to be the most challenging for you, but also the most rewarding for you. And it doesn't necessarily mean it has to be Trials or the Raid or Grandmaster Nightfalls or Master Legendary, you know, overpowered 9,000 lost sectors or so. you know, it should be an activity that's match made as well as group made, I guess. Um, Requiring you to form your own fire team for a so-called endgame um, activity is, in my opinion, not really endgame because a lot of players really don't play with other people very well, and it's okay if we match in randos as long as everybody knows. I mean, I personally think that the highest challenge would be being able to do a so-called pinnacle activity without the use of microphones, and just being able to be that good of a player that you can interpret what your teammates are doing and they can interpret what you're doing, and you guys can synergize appropriately. Um, I've been in only a very small handful of matches like that, both in Crucible, Gambit, and also in Strikes. But it is very rewarding and highly satisfying to have those encounters, and it's kind of the reason why I keep coming back to Destiny in spite of a lot of the vinegar and venom that I've been pouring over it for some time. And it's really because I think Destiny, when it first came out, it didn't really know what the fuck it was. It called itself a first-person shared world shooter looter. Um, and that's kind of like, I would say, the adolescent version of saying I am a punker who also likes to express themselves as an emo while at the same time being a performing and functioning member of the band and also part of the debate team. But they all kind of tie into each other, but yet at the same time they are despairingly different and more or less standalone traits that would benefit from being a focus rather than just being, you know, garnish on whatever it is you are at the core. Um, so I think that's kind of the thing that I'm hoping that Bungie will be able to start sussing out now over these next few months, these next few seasons, is that what kind of a game is it at its core. But unfortunately, we've only got about a 2 or 3 year plan ahead of us on Destiny, that it's very likely that there will be an actual end game to the Destiny story and the Destiny experience, and that they'll either go into moratorium or go into a standby mode like so many other MMOs actually are. I mean, technically, Destiny is a multiplayer online game, but it's a multiplayer online game. It's an MOG, not really a massive multiplayer online game. When I say a massive multiplayer online game would be something like, you know, Elder Scrolls, where you could be in a 6-man team all the freaking time. You can run as an entire, well, I mean, actually, I think you can run as a 12-man team when you're in open patrol zones, and open world. Uh, and then Conan Exiles, it doesn't matter. They don't really have fire teams per se. You're in the chat and you communicate where you are and you work a PvP official so much is that one, there's friendly fire. Even though the damage is reduced, there's still friendly fire. You can still accidentally blow up your allies if you're not careful. So it adds that level of tactical play that I just don't get in other games or that I would enjoy in other games. It is primarily melee combat, which is a lot of fun for me, being an old sword and sorcery fan, and also an arcade scroll fighter type fan. I like ranged weapons, and I have a place for them, but I play ranged weapons as ranged weapons. You put a sniper in my hand, I'm going to hang back at the spawn for as much as I can, setting up the most long-distance fire lane I possibly can. I hated it back in Destiny 1, with the aim assist being so damn forgiving that people were literally able to shotgun hip fire their way through maps with sniper rifles. And I'm kind of glad that they've made them as unforgiving to environmental influence as they possibly can, because it does make snipers more accurate in their feel as far as what most people are familiar with sniping is. Um, these hip fire corner shooters, it's just unrealistic. But I guess that's part of the power fantasy that's oftentimes attributed to this game. Um, the other thing is that, you know, how you approach Destiny is going to influence a lot of how the Destiny returns to you. And like I said, I've been approaching it as an app game, as a cabinet game, as an old arcade game. I'm looking for activities that take me less than 20 minutes to do. I'm looking for shit that I can drop in and pull out on the fly without any feelings of like I just shorted somebody else's experience. Which is why it's so poetic, I guess, or even ironic that I'm the one with the restriction for 2 months, because my son and I play on the same IP. We play on the same Wi-Fi router. Yes, Wi-Fi is a little bit more of a struggle at this part of the house because we overlap with our neighbor's Wi-Fi, and we're in the process of getting a router to see if that fixes it. It's supposed to. We had a power outage last summer, and we were using a router up until 2 summers ago, when there was a massive power outage, and I think it fried the router, the extender, excuse me, the booster. But for the year afterwards, I wasn't having as many problems with Wi-Fi as I am having apparently now. Yes, I could go on a LAN cable, but that's not really going to fix anything, because even though we play on the same system, and I have a slightly less strong Wi-Fi signal back here, I'm like at 89 on the average, whereas he's like 90 to 100 on his, on the family console up in the front room. And yes, I should be playing PvP only on the family console. Yes, I should probably be playing Gambit on the family console, but his console has died, and so he's been using the front one a lot. And I'm not begrudging that. I'm saying that I don't play Gambit or PvP unless I need to, or I don't really need to. This game is not a game of needs for me. It's a game of wants. But if I want to fulfill certain triumphs for my character, I find that I can do the darkness upgrades relatively easier through Gambit, because I'm more familiar with the Gambit playstyle and I enjoy the Gambit playstyle. And again, it is a very plug in, drop out kind of playstyle. And I'm not saying drop out during the middle of matches. I'm talking like, I can play a match, back out of the lobby, and everything's going to be fine. Playing for the doing the what is it called, umbral focusing, doing the umbral infiltration, umbral incursions in strikes is a bit more of a challenge for me, because I'm not a kill hog, and I probably should be. This game really does benefit the kill hogs, and promotes that kind of narcissistic perspective in gameplay. And if that's how they want to play the game, I'm totally fine with that. That's you, do you. I have more respect for someone who's openly and actively sharing, the targets. It's a lot of fun to be in those kind. Like I said, I've had a handful of matches overall where everyone was working together, and we all just kind of meshed, and it was great. It was, it's nice. Unfortunately, most of my fire team, has very limited access to the game, and when they do have access to the game, they want to do the pinnacle activities. They want to do raids. They want to do dungeons. They want to do Grandmaster, this and that. And I just don't find the value in it. I mean, seriously. I mean, I do look for guns that have good rolls on them, but I'm not actively farming for anything that's going to be like, bust out, kind of go nuts. I like Frenzy and Quick Draw, but multi-kill clip does not work for me, because I do not get that many quick kills. I mean, in a PvE environment, it's more likely that I could, but really, it's not going to be. It's not going to be. I did just do that, didn't I? Oh well. C'est la vie. All good. I have to go to avoid class if I want to do these strikes and make them count. And we're going to go with that, and we're going to go with a sword. Why not? Yeah. So yeah, if you try approaching Destiny as a app game, a free-to-play, pay-to cosmetic kind of format, and if you treat it like that, if you activate it like that, I think it might help you see what your personal end game really will be for the game. What is your final goal for your character? Got to have that destination in your head, and it's not just reach, pinnacle levels for the end of the season, because we do that every season. So I would think that, you know, you'd want something that was more final. You know, something that was a bit more
All the paths to the
meaningful.
rest of the base are shut
Because
tight. But get me
a
to
lot
a
of what
console,
we do in this game,
and I'll take
season
care
to
of
season,
that.
is not that meaningful. And I'm waiting for someone to change my mind. So if you think you can point out something we do in the game that's meaningful for the next season, other than
Settle
collecting
down,
mods
little guy. Our
that are
teams built
season
for excitement.
specific. Look at that. I can't even sprint. Anyway, I'm bouncing off this chat. Thanks for stopping by. Hope you guys enjoy the week. And if you were able to actually sit through this or skim through this, you know, go ahead, you know, let me know what you think about it. These rambling kind of things are just, you know, what I do. Unprepared, unscripted. Today was the thought for the day. Someone's doing some shenanigans with the network, so you might want to go ahead and approach with strength. Or present weakness. They found out that I'm at the spot that, you know, for the most targets, and boom, there we go. Now we got some life.
That tank just exposed a solar fuel
Well,
cell.
I'll catch you guys later.